One minute he's donating his entire bank account to earthquake victims. The next he's getting punched in the face by the very people who claim to love him. IShowSpeed has built one of the most passionate fan bases on the internet, but that same devotion is turned into something much darker. What you're about to see will change how you think about fan culture forever.
Comments, Discord, peace, everyone. Have a good one. Bye.
Bro, why would y'all let him, bro? No! Bro, is this guy okay? No, bro. Y'all gotta take stuff like this serious, bro. This guy, bro, this guy just committed. Y'all sitting here laughing, not taking this shit serious. Somebody in my Discord, bro.
Speed isn't just another streamer screaming at his camera for views. Behind all the chaos and memes, there's a guy who genuinely cares about people. When the devastating earthquakes hit Syria and Turkey,
prayers, bro. Prayers for Syria and Turkey, bro. I will donate right now. So right now, I have $8,000 in my bank account. I'm sending all the money that I have in my personal bank account right now.
While other creators were busy with their usual content, Speed was checking on his Discord members who lived in the affected areas. The concern in his voice was real as he reached out to fans, asking if they were safe, if they needed help. Then he did something that shocked everyone watching. He opened his banking app live on stream.
They've been pushed out of their home ago due to war in northern Syria. They live in a refugee camp in tents, and every gift, big or small, helps them. I'm about to gift them, bro.
Thank you, I love you, I love you.
And donated every single dollar he had in his personal account. $8,000, gone in seconds. But that wasn't enough for him. He kept going, raising money through his platform, directly helping families who had lost everything. In one stream, he helped a refugee family living in tents get an actual house. The gratitude in their voices, the tears of relief. This wasn't content creation. This was genuine human compassion.
Shalom alaikum.
This is the oldest dog of Turkey. I feed him every day.
You do? Come here. Really? And you feed this dog every day?
Yes, every day.
Thank you. Thank you.
When he met a man in Turkey who was feeding stray dogs despite having almost nothing himself, Speed didn't hesitate to give him money too. These moments show the real person behind the persona, someone who uses his platform to actually make a difference. This is why millions of people love Speed. He's authentic in a world full of fake reactions and manufactured drama. When he's excited, you feel it. When he's moved by something, it moves you too. His energy is infectious, his heart is genuine, and his impact on people's lives is undeniable. But this same authenticity and openness that makes him lovable has also made him a target for some of the most disturbing fan behavior ever captured on camera. The problem starts with Speed's content style itself. To stay relevant in the brutal world of streaming, he has to constantly push boundaries, do crazy stunts, and maintain that high-energy chaos his audience expects. This attracts viewers who don't just want to watch the show, they want to be part of it. They want to create moments, to get noticed, to become part of the Speed legend. But when millions of people all want the same thing, some of them cross lines that should never be crossed.
Get Scotland. Get your mother. Yeah, look at it, scary. Get your. It's a Scotland chat.
What started as fans getting a little too excited during meetups has escalated into actual physical violence. The incidents keep getting worse, and Speed's reactions show just how serious this has become. During one meetup, a fan straight up punched him in the face. Not a playful tap, not an accident, a full punch, while Speed was just trying to interact with his audience. His security had to step in immediately, but the damage was done. You could see the shock and disappointment in Speed's eyes, the realization that some of his fans had crossed from love into something much more dangerous.
What the fuck is this? What the hell he just stole? It's a dead rat. It's a dead rat. Why do you keep throwing?
Then there was the incident where a fan deliberately targeted his knee, causing an injury that had Speed limping and in genuine pain. The fan even celebrated afterward, dancing like he had accomplished something great. This wasn't accidental enthusiasm. This was calculated harm disguised as fandom. Another time, during what should have been a simple fan interaction, someone tried to choke him. These aren't isolated incidents anymore. They're becoming a pattern, and each one gets more disturbing than the last. But nothing prepared Speed for what happened when he decided to visit Norway in 2024.
What are y'all doing? What is this? Get to me. Hey, step back. Step back. What is you? What is that?
Yo, who is that? Did you do that?
No, I didn't do that.
What the is this? What, bro? What the hell?
What was supposed to be a fun international stream turned into absolute chaos that left him traumatized and vowing never to return to the country. The moment he stepped outside, fans swarmed him like he was some kind of prey animal. They weren't just excited to see him, they were aggressive, grabbing at him, pulling his clothes, treating him like he wasn't even human. One fan managed to grab a chunk of his hair and actually ripped it out. Speed was screaming in pain, begging them to stop, but the crowd kept pressing in. The person who got his hair later tried to sell it on eBay, like some kind of twisted trophy. In the middle of all this chaos, another fan jumped on top of him, nearly knocking him to the ground. His security was overwhelmed, and for several terrifying minutes, it looked like Speed might actually get seriously hurt by the people who claimed to be his biggest supporters. The Norway incident didn't just end with physical assault. The crowd became so uncontrollable that they started destroying property around them. Cars were damaged, windows were broken, and when the dust settled, guess who got stuck with the bill? Speed himself had to pay for thousands of dollars in damages caused by his own fans. This has become a recurring nightmare for him. Speed has revealed that he's personally paid over $50,000 out of his own pocket for property damage caused by his fans. $50,000. That's more money than most people make in a year, and Speed has to fork it over because his fans can't control themselves when they see him in public. Every time he does a public appearance, he's essentially gambling with his own finances, hoping his fans won't destroy everything around them. The financial burden is crushing, but it's not even the worst part. Speed has talked about how exhausting it is to constantly worry about whether his presence somewhere is going to result in property damage that he'll have to pay for. He can't just be a normal person going about his day. He has to calculate the potential cost of every public appearance. His fans have literally made it expensive for him to exist in public spaces. The disturbing behavior doesn't stop at physical violence and property damage. Fans have started bringing him gifts that are designed to shock and disgust rather than show appreciation. Dead rats thrown at him during streams, inappropriate and disturbing objects handed to him during meetups, items that are clearly meant to get a reaction rather than show genuine support. These aren't gifts, they're attempts to create content at Speed's expense, to force him into uncomfortable situations for their own entertainment. The harassment extends to his personal life too. Fans feel entitled to comment on his family, his relationships, his private decisions. They cross boundaries that exist for good reasons, treating Speed like he's a character in a show rather than a real person with feelings and rights. When fans start targeting creators' families and personal lives, it stops being fandom and becomes something much darker. Recent incidents in 2024 have shown that this toxic behavior isn't slowing down, it's getting worse. Speed has had to deal with platform issues, content strikes, and controversies that often stem from his fans' inappropriate behavior rather than his own actions. He's being punished for things his fanbase does, which creates this awful cycle where he has to manage not just his own content and behavior, but somehow control millions of other people too. The breaking point seems to be approaching. You can see the frustration in Speed's recent streams, the way he started setting harder boundaries, the disappointment when he talks about fan behavior. He's begun calling out toxic fans directly, something he rarely did before. The joy and spontaneity that made his content special is being replaced by caution and wariness, and that's tragic for everyone involved.